Hello students, welcome to the 4th English class for SSC CGL practice set. In today's class, we are going to solve some important previous year questions of SSC CGL, and the topic to be taught in today's class is articles. This is the last class for articles practice set for SSC CGL previous year questions. So let's begin our class then. Coming to the first question. Do you recall to meet her at the party last night? Let's read the question once more. Do you recall to meet her at the party last night? Very convenient and easy for us to find out the option where the error is actually lying on. Do you recall meeting her at the party last night? That means I'm asking someone that in the last night party, you have met her. Do you remember that incident? Do you at all remember the incident that you have met her in the last night party? So basically, I'm asking here that do you remember? Do you recall the meeting? Do you recall the meeting her? So basically, here in this sentence, to meet is the incorrect part, which we have to actually replace with meeting. Because we are actually talking about a specific party. In the specific party, we have met a specific person, and the meeting of the person in the party, that meeting is actually focused here. So the correct part of the sentence is, do you recall meeting her at the party last night? So the correct part is recall meeting. The correct option is option number D, not recall to. It will be recall meeting her at the party last night. I hope the question is clear to you. Moving to the next question. Your name precedes before mine in the admission list. Your name precedes before mine in the admission list. So here basically we are talking about a specific admission list. So whenever an admission list is actually published, it will definitely not have any one student's name. It usually has more than one student's name. That's why it is a list having more than one name, of course. So basically in the list, a lot of names are present, amongst which we are talking about a name which is the name that precedes before mine. That means your name is before mine. Here is this already given a word precedes. That means before. Progressing. Again we are writing before. In the previous class, previous to previous class, in the second class, I have told you, in first and also second class, I have told you that whenever we get confused with any sentence and we think that there is no error lying, even before jumping into the conclusion, I have asked you to read the sentence twice. Read the sentence from the literal and also grammatical conception, and then see that if the sentence is having any word that is having any synonymous word or any synonymous phrase in the sentence or not. Try to judge, try to analyze the sentence from all this angle, and all this angle will actually help you to find out the correct answer. So this is how you can come to the conclusion if that particular sentence has any error or not. Just by reading a question and finding no error and jumping into the conclusion is really something very silly at this stage of point of examination. So it is very essential that we see that if any one word is having synonymous word or synonymous group of words or phrase in that sentence or not. Just like the thing that has happened in this sentence. Your name precedes before mine in the admission list. Here precedes and before. Both the words are actually giving the same synonymous vibe. So either we have to write your name is before mine in the admission list, or we have to write your name precedes mine in the admission list. The later one, that is the second one, sounds a little better, so I'm omitting the word before. Both the option is written in part C. Either we can omit precedes or we can omit before. Both the options are absolutely correct and we can choose either one. So the correct sentence is, your name precedes mine in the admission list. I hope the question is clear to all of you. Moving to the next question. No sooner did the child start crying than the mother hugged him. No sooner did the child start crying than the mother hugged him. SSC CGL 2019's question. So it's a question from 2019, which is really easy, very sensitive, emotional, and of course, easy to find the error in. No sooner did the child, that means we are talking about a particular child, start crying. Why start? Because here we have already mentioned did, which is past tense, hence we can write start. Then the mother hugged him, and then here it is written then the mother, again getting specific. So in these cases, usually we know when a sentence is starting with no sooner and the subjects are getting specific, we usually use the word than and not then. So the correct sentence is, no sooner did the child start crying than the mother hugged him. So the correct option that we have to choose is option B, where the word then is written and it has to be replaced with the word than. Let me just give you a very tiny suggestion. I'm pretty sure you all are aware about this suggestion. Still a short suggestion from my end. Whenever you all are solving this kind of questions, whenever you are seeing a sentence starting with no sooner and then, we often overlook the word then, and we often read the word then as than. It's a very, very, very common mistake that we make, that we read the word then as than. Because usually in this kind of sentence the word than is used, and usually that goes on in our mind and we overlook it. So please read the question quite a number of times in the examination hall before jumping to the conclusion. I'm trying to make all of you aware about this fact, and for the last 3 classes regarding articles, I have been trying to make you all aware about this particular fact itself. Well, I guess this question is clear to all of you. Moving to the next question. Let's read the question. My older brother, which you will meet later, is a dentist. My older brother, which you will meet later, is a dentist. That means you will meet my older brother later and he is a dentist. Now here it's clearly written that which you will meet later. In the last class, I have discussed this with you, that whenever we talk about a place, we use were. Whenever we talk about person, we use who or whom, according to subject and object and according to requirement of the sentence. And whenever we need to mention anything, we use which or that. I hope these basic ideas are clear and known to all of us. Now let's just try to solve it. My older brother, whom you will meet later, is a dentist. Why we should use the word whom? Because whom is used for person and which is used for thing. And here we are talking about my older brother. So naturally we are talking about a person, hence we have to write whom. So my brother is a dentist. He's a normal person. So my older brother, whom you will meet later, is a dentist. So here, whom you will meet is object and subject is my elder brother is a dentist. I hope the sentence is clear to you. A little different type of a sentence, but the logic is actually getting repeated. My older brother, whom you will meet later, is a dentist. So please keep this three things in mind, because this often gets repeated for any competitive examination, and specifically and especially for CGL, this logic has got repeated quite a number of times. For place, we use the word were. For person, we use the word who or whom. And for thing, we use the word which or that. I hope it's clear to all of you. Moving to the next question. It was a surprising to receive the gift from my brother. It was a surprising to receive the gift from my brother. Now, SSC CGL 2023's question is this one. So this question has arrived in 2023. Definitely very, very important for all the aspirants who are going to attend the next examination. And along with this, the question is really easy. Let's read it once more. It was a surprising to receive the gift. See, we are talking about receiving the gift, and we are specifying the gift. Now, how come we use a before it? Because surprising is a verb. Oh my God, I'm so surprised to see you. So surprised, surprising, these are nothing but verb itself. So we cannot use any article before verb. So we have to omit the letter a before surprising. So the correct sentence is, it was surprising to receive the gift from my brother. That means my brother has gifted me, my brother has sent me certain gift, and it is so surprising that I have received the gift, or I have received that concerned gift from my brother. So the correct option that we need to choose is option number B, where we have to omit letter A. It was surprising to receive the gift from my brother. I hope the rule is clear to all of you. Moving to the next rule. Antique diamond necklace was stolen from the museum. Antique diamond necklace was stolen from the museum. 2022's question. SSC CGL 2022 has given us this question. Antique diamond necklace was stolen from the museum. Very easy and very short, like it takes a very short time for us to find out the error in this sentence. The sentence is starting with a word which is starting with a vowel A, and when it is starting with vowel A, naturally we have to put an before the word antique. An antique diamond necklace, since the word antique is starting with A and A is a vowel type word here. So the correct sentence is, antique diamond necklace was stolen from the museum. So basically there is a museum from which the antique diamond necklace, that is the most ancient and precious diamond necklace, was stolen. So the correct option that we need to choose is option number C, and we have to put indefinite article an. An antique diamond necklace was stolen from the museum. I hope the sentence is clear to all of you. Moving to the next question. The unseasonal rain caused a lot of damage to the crops. The unseasonal rain caused a lot of damage to the crops. SSC CGL 2021's question. The unseasonal rain caused a lot of damage to the crops. Now let's find out where the error is. To be very precise, the sentence is actually correct grammatically and also literally the sentence is actually correct and without any error. So we have to choose option C, that is no error. The sentence is grammatically absolutely correct. Moving to the next question. As it has been raining heavily since 2 hours, the children are at home. As it has been raining heavily since 2 hours, the children are at home. SSC CGL 2021's question. Now let's try to find out where the error is lying for this question. As it has been raining heavily since 2 hours. Now, when do we use the word since? Firstly, we can use the word since when we are trying to give any justification, we are trying to give any cause. For any cause or justification, we can use the word since. Apart from that, we can also use the word since that when the thing has started, starting point or starting. For these two cases, we can use the word since. But here in this sentence, we are trying to express a meaning that as it has been raining heavily since 2 hours. That means it started 2 hours ago. But we don't know that it is continuing or it has ended 1 hour ago or not. So grammatically, this sentence is incorrect. Literally, the sentence might be correct according to literal meaning, but grammatically, the sentence is absolutely incorrect. As it has been raining heavily for 2 hours, the children are at home. As it has been raining heavily for 2 hours. Why are we using the word for? Because when we use for showing us a tenure, for showing a duration, for a tenure, that it is happening for last 3 hours, or this mela, this fair is happening for last 3 days. So whenever we are trying to put any tenure, we can use the preposition for. So the correct sentence is, as it has been raining heavily for 2 hours, the children are at home. So the error is lying in part B, and we have to replace the word since with for. I hope the sentence is clear to all of you. Moving to the next question. How many eggs were put into the basket? How many eggs were put into the basket? Clearly we can see that the word basket is getting specified here and not eggs. The word basket is getting specified here. SSC CGL 2023's question, very easy, very short and crisp, and often I have seen students getting confused with such easy questions. Yeah, that is really tragic. So how many eggs were put into the basket? And the sentence is having no error. The sentence is grammatically, ethically, absolutely correct. No error. I hope the sentence is clear to all of you. Moving to the next question. There is a very little time for them to prepare for the show. There is a very little time for them to prepare for the show. SSC CGL 2022's question, and now it's high time to get clear about what kind of logic we are going to apply in this kind of sentences. Please make sure that you are having a clear idea when and where we can use a and where we should not. In the first article class, I have already told you that for solving articles, or for better to say for solving any question at this stage for CGL, we have to have the basic knowledge of the grammatical chapters that we have studied till class 10. Class 10 knowledge is actually enough for us to solve those questions, and we have to solve those kind of questions. But along with that, we also need to remember, we also need to imply the exceptional rules as well. So it is very much essential that we imply the exceptional rules and accordingly solve the questions. In the first class, I've told you that whenever we are making something general, we can use indefinite article a or an. Whenever we are trying to express something one in number, or whenever we are trying to express something as one unit, in that case also we can use the letter a or article a. But in this case, there is a very little time. In this sentence, we are using a before very little time. Now see, is time uncountable or countable? Time can be measured with the help of unit, like minutes, seconds, hours. We can measure time. Okay. So before time, we cannot say a time. Time is also uncountable, but we can measure time with the help of unit, just like milk, sugar, salt, clothes. I remember pretty well that in our first class I have given you a sentence where it was written, our milk gives us nutrition. So in that case, we couldn't place any article before uncountable noun. Same rule we are actually repeating here, that we cannot put any article before any kind of any uncountable noun. Whenever we are putting any uncountable noun, we cannot put any article, and specifically indefinite article a or an cannot be placed before uncountable nouns. So it's clear to us that we have to omit the letter a. So the correct sentence reads, there is very little time for them to prepare for the show. That is, a show is going to be held for which certain time is given to them, and that is very short. We cannot use the letter a. But you will also find certain sentences where it will be given to you a very little time. That means very less amount of time, very small or very tiny, very minute amount of time. You will also find such kind of sentences, such kind of lines in storybooks or in any descriptive thing that you're reading. Now those are actually literally correct but grammatically incorrect. But whenever you are solving any question, you have to be both literally and also, much more important, grammatically correct. Unless and until you are making both the corrections, unless and until you are making your answer, you are making your sentence correct from both this aspect, your sentence cannot be declared as a correct one. So the correct sentence for this question is, there is very little time for them to prepare for the show. So we have to choose option D, where the letter A is written, and we have to omit the letter A. I hope the question is clear to all of you. Moving to the next question. SSC CGL 2022's question. Your eldest sister lives in a big city, does she? Please make sure that you're having a clear idea about this question. Your elder sister lives in a big city, does she? So basically in this sentence, first we are giving a statement. Please observe the sentence carefully. First we are giving a statement, and then we are actually giving an interrogation where we are asking the question by presenting the statement in a negative way. That means if we present a statement in a negatively interrogative way, we'll get the answer. So this is a very common practice, common twist, common tactics that we all use in our daily life while speaking, and definitely of course while writing as well. Let's read the question once more. Your eldest sister, eldest, someone specific, lives in a big city. In a big city. She lives in a city which is very big. but that is not even specifically mentioned which one, and or any specific characters is are not even mentioned. Your eldest sister lives in a big city. Does she? That means, is she really living in a big city? So in the answer, it will be either yes or no. So just before certain that's just before few seconds, literally I have given you the answer, that whenever we need the answer, we usually put our statement in a negatively interrogative manner, in a negatively interrogative way. Your eldest sister lives in a big city, doesn't she? So here we have written does she, which will be replaced with doesn't she. That means first we are giving a statement and then we are making it an interrogative sentence with the words doesn't she. So the error is clearly lying in option B, and the words does she is replaced with doesn't she. I hope the sentence is clear to all of you. Moving to the next question. Athens was a most luminous of all city-states of ancient Greece. Athens was a most luminous of all city-states of ancient Greece. Very easy and very convenient for us to find the correct answer from to find out the error in this sentence and rectify it and make us the and make out the correct answer. Here we have written the word most, which is a superlative degree, right? I hope you all remember in the first class of article I have told you that whenever we are writing, whenever we are placing any superlative adjective degree, we have to use definite article the before superlative degree. It can be any superlative degree, most, best, fastest, tallest, worst, anything. But whenever we are giving superlative degree, we have to use definite article the before superlative degree, because superlative degree is the highest degree, and highest is something which is one, unique and specific. And for specific cases, it is mandatory that we use definite article the. So it is very easy and clear and visible for to us to find the correct answer. Athens was the most luminous of all city-states of ancient Greece. Very easy to understand. So the error is lying in option number D, and we have to remove the letter A with definite article the. And finally, coming to the last question for today's class and the last question from the article practice set for SSC CGL previous year questions. Let's read the question. We thought there was a good idea to wear snow boots before we stepped out. We thought there was a good idea to wear snow boots before we stepped out. In this sentence, it's very easy and the error is literally popping out from the sentence. We thought it was a good idea, because there is actually in general it is used for places, and here we are talking about an idea. The word it is actually substituting idea. So the correct sentence is, we thought it was a good idea to wear snow boots before we stepped out, because the word there is actually used to demonstrate a place. And here we are not actually talking about a place, we are talking about idea, for which we are using the word, or for which we are using the pronoun it. So the correct sentence is, we thought it was a good idea to wear snow boots. So see, 2023, just this year's question are not that much difficult, not that easy also, not even that much difficult that we are not able to understand. Well, that's all for articles for this class, and also that's all for article classes. This is the fourth article class and the last article class for SSC CGL batch. We had 4 classes on articles. I hope you all had a clear conception of an article, and I could help a little more on giving a clear idea about how we face questions on articles and how we can solve them. In the next class, we are going to start previous year questions on nouns, and we are going to simultaneously solve questions on nouns from previous year questions of CGL. Thank you for watching this class.